In this video, I need to fix the Prius because the windscreen washers are this squeezy bottle. It has limitations. And while I do that, I'm going to tell you how much it costs to get the battery swapped on this. Although it's not really a real price, but I'll go into it as I do the work. Well, you know, we went to EV Wales and we took the battery pack out and we replaced one cell, which is not what you're recommended to do. I don't think Jake would recommend that himself. This nut is in the stupidest place, by the way. Can't get a socket on it because it's right beneath the scuttle. And I could go getting all the things out of the way, all the clips and everything, but that's just a hide into nothing. We'll just progress as we are. But yeah, Jake at EV Wales wouldn't necessarily do that. I think Jake would recommend that you replace the entire pack, because you can buy a warranted pack, but it will be a lot more money. But yeah, the price in question, the labour he's charged me is £270, but it's not really a real figure. For a start, that's based on his current price per hour, and I suspect that's about to go up because everyone's having more expenditure going on, and the cost of all these qualifications and everything isn't cheap. Yeah, it's not a good idea to replace just one module, which is what we ended up doing. There are 28 modules. We replaced one, and that's not really recommended. Battery packs like consistency. The management likes consistency. It likes all the cells to be behaving the same. And the problem on this car is I think someone had already swapped some modules around. It had a complete replacement pack a couple of years ago, but I don't think it was by a company that was really doing the right thing. The right thing to do will be to assemble a pack from known cells, preferably new or refurbished cells. I don't know if you can refurbish them, probably not. But a new pack would be about £1,400 and would have a 12-month warranty. The one in this had a 6-month warranty. It just made it out of that warranty, and then one, maybe two of the cells went bad, modules rather. So the previous owner to me paid to have the pack taken out and repaired as per what we did at EV Wales. So yeah, my total bill from doing similar is £300, but not really reflective. There's a lot of work in going into that pack, and really you should be capacity testing each one. I'm just going to get a bit of squirty, bear with. You just keep looking at the car. So yeah, you should measure the capacity of each module to make sure that's the same. And yeah, most people do not do that. So you can end up with a situation where we have no idea how long this pack's going to last. Previous owner had a couple of modules replaced. The pack lasted a year in fairly intense use. He was using it as his daily commuter, so it was doing the miles. But yeah, a year later he got the red triangle of doom again, and things were not good. I think I've only got to do this one annoyingly located bolt, and we should be able to get the washer bottle out, but it does completely surround it. Yeah, I can't just loosen it, it does have to come all the way out. But yeah, I mean, the hourly rate is a bit of a misnomer because we were doing things a bit weirdly. I actually did an awful lot of the work, which perhaps didn't come across on camera. And Jake came in when we got the pack high voltage. Yeah, we get the pack out of the car because it's a two-person job. And then he made the pack safe by taking out some of the bus bars. And again, in an ideal world, you take every single one of those bus bars off and at least clean them, if not replace them, because they'd all got signs of corrosion on. I do accept it was not a perfect job, but I mean, the problem is that job still ended up eating up an entire day. I mean, some of that was waiting because Jake was obviously working on other vehicles, and I wasn't happy to work on the pack and connect all the bus bars back up. I wanted Jake to do that, just to make sure I wasn't getting anything wrong, because the potential is there for some quite horrible danger if you're not careful. You need to come out there. Can I squeeze you? No, I'm going to need needle nose pliers. Bear with. So yeah, it was an entire day spent at EV Wales getting the job done. There were a few seized bolts that caused a few issues as well, but we got there, and yeah, we got the job done. But I fully accept it's not really the way to proceed. What else is holding this in? Is there anything? Is it just sheer weight of water? Yeah, I think so. Get this. Oh, there's a clip here. I need to just squeeze so I can get it out of here. Go on. There we go. Right, that's out of the way. And it's like clipped into the inner wing down there as well. Amongst lots of cobwebs, that's lovely. I don't really know how you're meant to release that. It's like that. The washer pump is just down there, and I can see it, but I cannot reach it. Yeah, I'm not too sure how we release this clip here. The headlamp is annoyingly in the way of this. And all this necessary to try and get the windscreen washers working again. So yeah, if you went to an EV specialist and asked them to replace one cell or module, yeah, you're still going to be looking at quite a big price. There's quite a lot of labour involved in doing the job. I don't see how I'm meant to get at that. I may have to see if I can release this headlamp, which is not part of the plan. I don't know what else is holding this headlamp in. That bit of trim there. This is where this job starts escalating, isn't it? First of all, remove absolutely blooming everything. If I can get the headlamp out easily, it might be enough time to give it a buff, because it's a right mess, but we'll see. One job at a time. The most important one is get this washer pump working. But yeah, we've done over 100 miles since doing that job now, and it is nice. It's just an effortless mile muncher. It's just the revs do come up quite high because the engine hasn't got much power. I mean, it's got less power than the Yaris Verso. So it can be a bit revvy at times, which sort of goes against perhaps the feeling you expect. Yeah, I'm going to have to get this out. I'm going to take the grill off. Oh, this job is just going to turn into one of those. Well, I've lost much skin off the knuckles, but we're in. And I think this one's the front. The way to test that. I can make sure we've got nothing sitting on the wipers, because they're going to operate. Yeah, there's offset plugs, so you can't accidentally plug the rear into the front. So if I put in there, we'll just give the windscreen some lube. Don't like running wipers on a dry screen. Forget where I've put the key. Yeah, there we go. So we can hear the pump is running. So I'm going to disconnect that temporarily because I need to now swap them over. But yeah, the lugs on that switch are offset, so you know you've got the right one. So hopefully we can encourage this one to come out. It's going to leave the rubber grommet behind, that's fine. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's a bit of gunk in there, a bit of goo. Some fluids do not mix nicely. So I should probably get, oh yeah. Oh, yeah, there's some nasty goop in this. I need to wash that bottle out and fill it with fresh before we put the new pump in. I was going to find some way to dispose of that. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see in there, but there's all sorts of nasty sludge in the bottom. So yeah, we'll give it a good old clean out before we put that back in. Oh, there we go. I've just checked the engine oil as well. That was low. It did need a top up. Can I retire my manual screen wash? Let's find out. Yep, got to put the key in. Does like having the key in. And oh, it looks like my jets might be clogged up. Let's try that with the bonnet down and see if that improves matters, because that was feeble. Oh, that's better. Like that, that's quite a decent wiping performance. Although we've got the typical issue, this Bosch blade, that bit is too long and unsupported, and it just leaves a bit of a mark going down the screen. Rubbish. But nonetheless, that looks like progress to me. So that's good. Right, let's see if I can find my stuff for buffing these headlights, and we'll just give them a quick going over. Right, found my kit. That's all good. So we'll just have a bit of a before. And that's after about 5 seconds of buffing. That side compared to this side I haven't touched yet. Oh yeah. The amount of effort involved, that's a good improvement. It's still not perfect, but I'll take that. Incidentally, the rear lights. I'll just pop the headlights off so we don't flatten the battery. I quite like the rear lights. I think they're quite stylish. And you got LED brake lights. Quite unusual. While we're at it, let's give you a quick Bella update, because I haven't really updated you on Bella the Berlingo. What is going on with a classic diesel monstrosity? Well, I'll show you. It's a bit of a pickle. The problem is, we've got diesel appearing just there. It's not very much of it, but nonetheless, there is still diesel leaking from somewhere. I have replaced the little clips, the lines, the connectors themselves. I've replaced all of it, because that was definitely leaking. We had an issue where this one was really quite bad. It turns out one of the clips was entirely wrong, which I don't think was Al's doing. I don't think you'd notice unless you got all the clips lined up, which I did. There will be a full video on this at some point, but yeah, it doesn't seem too bad now. Maybe I finally got there, but that is why Bella has been parked up out of use, because I was worried that might be leaking more than it actually is, and I don't want to be leaking diesel. Who wants to be leaking diesel? It's the worst surface to be dropping on the road. But it seems alright now. She hasn't run for weeks. Yeah, there's little bits in all the wells. I think there always are, to be honest, but yeah, no leaks here because I'll replace the oil cap, and definitely running better. It's still not perfect. There's still something that's a bit grumbly, but again, that's on me, not Al, because I rushed him. I said I'm coming to get the car because I was dropping the Astra off. It made sense. In hindsight, worst thing I could have done. I shouldn't have put that pressure on Al. He didn't have time to make it absolutely right before I was there and drove it away. So more fool me. So yeah, we need to get this one back out. With the Yaris coming up for sale, that'll be a future video. I don't think you've seen that yet. We'll be cracking on with yeah, trying to get Bella back on the road, I think, because it's pointless of just sitting here. We might as well do something with her. So that's what's going on now. I'm just giving her a bit of a run, letting her run up to temperature, and might take her for a quick drive around the farm just to make sure everything's free. I've made a slight improvement to the bodywork on this, but we have actually ordered all the clips. Every single corner we got clips. We're probably going to try and take the rear bumper cover off and try and push out this dent. Lewis of Whiteland Restoration reckons if we pour boiling water over that and get it really, really hot, it'll probably just be warm enough to be remolded back into shape. So we're going to give that a go. And yeah, and then we've got to start moving some cars. So this is going in for bodywork in a couple of weeks. So we can get this one raffled. We'll probably be doing a raffle on the Prius, although I quite like it. But we can't keep them all. And then I'm going to need to crack on trying to sort a caliper out on this, and dig the Daihatsu out. Now Miss Hubnut's knee's starting to improve. So much to do, folks, but yeah, looking forward to it. That looks so much better just by buffing the headlights up. I appreciate the contrast with the sun is not the best today, but yeah, there we go. That's me done. Just a chaotic little update. We've made this a bit better. We're doing 200 miles in that tomorrow, so I'll report back soon. See you soon. Oh, incidentally, this is now running lovely, and our average consumption 57.7 mpg over 128 miles since we did the change, which, given how many hills we've been hooning up, is probably not so bad. We'll see if that improves going on an actual motorway run tomorrow.